Hello! Today we are looking at the illusion of needs. And this is from A Course in Miracles, Chapter 1, The Meaning of Miracles. And this is Section 6, The Illusion of Needs. So let's dive in. You who want peace can find it only by complete forgiveness. No learning is acquired by anyone unless he wants to learn it and believes in some way that he needs it. While lack does not exist in the creation of God, it is very apparent in what you have made, right? So lack doesn't exist in the creation of God, but it's very apparent that we believe it exists in what we believe that we've made, which is this world that we're living in as bodies. It is, in fact, the essential difference between them, okay, this idea of lack. Lack implies that you would be better off in a state somehow different from the one you are in. So a lot of times I know when I think about lack, my mind usually goes to lack of money, right? But it could be lack of time. It can be lack of something I don't have that I need. And it's very interesting here how he says that lack implies that you would be better off in a state somehow different from the one you are in. So whenever I'm thinking that I would be happier if something would be different, if somehow this situation that I'm in would be different in some way, I would be happier, that's lack. That's saying I don't have what I need to be happy in this moment, okay? So it doesn't have to be a lack of money, like feeling like you don't have enough money or you don't have enough time. It's just actually any time you're thinking, I could be happier than right now. If only this were different. Until the separation, which is the meaning of the fall, nothing was lacking. There were no needs at all. Needs arise only when you deprive yourself. Okay, so guess who's depriving us? We are. You act according to the particular order of needs you establish. This, in turn, depends on your perception of what you are. A sense of separation from God is the only lack you really need correct. This sense of separation would never have arisen if you had not distorted your perception of truth and had thus perceived yourself as lacking. The idea of order of needs arose because, having made this fundamental error, you had already fragmented yourself into levels with different needs. As you integrate, you become one, and your needs become one accordingly. Unified needs lead to unified action because this produces a lack of conflict. So our only need is to remember that we are one with God. We have made this world where it appears we have lots of needs, a lot of needs. We're very needy. And, the idea there could be different needs and this hierarchy of needs, right? I think that was Maslow. I'm not sure who that is. I'm sure if I was looking up the Circle of Atonement version, if you have it, I'm sure it's in a footnote somewhere, but I believe it's Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? We have certain needs, we have to feel this way, and then we need this, and then we can deal with this, and then this building up of needs. And he's saying, that's all just based on error, but let's deal with it because you made it and you believe in it. So let's go there. The idea of orders of need, which follows from the original error that one can be separated from God, requires correction at its own level before the error of perceiving levels at all can be corrected. Kind of just what I just said, right? Let's deal with where we think we are. You cannot behave effectively while you function on different levels. However, while you do, correction must be introduced vertically from the bottom up. Okay? Remember that hierarchy of needs that we learned in school, right? From the bottom up. This is because you think you live in space where concepts such as up and down are meaningful. Ultimately, space is as meaningless as time. Both are merely beliefs. Okay. So what I love about the Course is he's saying, ultimately none of this is true. This is all stemming from one error, a mistaken belief. And you believe that you're here. You believe you have this body. You believe you're walking in this world, doing whatever you need to do, talking to other people who are seemingly there. So let's deal with that. It's not there, it's not like let's escape your life and pretend and deny it. It's let's deal with what we've made that Holy Spirit can now use as the purpose to help us wake up. The real purpose of this world is to use it to correct your unbelief, right? So that's what we're doing. We're using all these misperceptions that while we still have them to help us correct our unbelief. You can never control the effects of fear yourself because you made fear and you believe in what you made. In attitude then, though not in content, you resemble your Creator who has perfect faith in His creations because He created them, which is us, right? Which is you, which is me. He has perfect faith in us, but we also have perfect faith in our creations, which are fear and lack, right? Belief produces the acceptance of existence. That is why you can believe what no one else thinks is true. It is true for you because it was made by you. Okay? You can believe whatever you want, even if nobody else believes it ever. And they're telling you but if you believe it, it's true for you. Your belief makes your truth. That's how it works. All aspects of fear are untrue because they do not exist at the creative level and therefore do not exist at all. To whatever extent you are willing to submit your beliefs to this test, to that extent are your perceptions corrected. Okay. In sorting out the false from the true, the miracle proceeds along these lines. Perfect love casts out fear. If fear exists, then there is not perfect love. But only perfect love exists. If there is fear, it produces a state that does not exist. Believe this and you will be free. Only God can establish this solution, and this faith is His gift. Okay, so only perfect love exists. If there is fear, then it produces a state that does not exist. So whenever we move into fear, whenever we go into our fear mind and we do all these things that fear makes us do, right? Strive and try to make up for lack and defend ourselves and protect ourselves and all of this stuff that is in the fear world that we do to protect ourselves does not exist. It may seem like it's, but it does not exist. Believe this and you will be free. Believe this and you will be free. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. The next bit that we will be looking at, the next section is distortions of miracle impulses. So have a great day. I love you. Bye-bye.